What's up, YouTube? MightyFan here again, another episode of Into Life. This is, oh my god, pick up Palooza. This is, that's what this is. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff here. So some of this stuff that I'm going to show today dates prior to Memorial Day weekend. Some stuff was on Memorial Day weekend, such as the trip to the Mitchell & Ness store, right? And just to show like how late I am to film this, I did want to get this out around Memorial Day weekend, and of course that didn't happen. So even the the thumbnail image of me, holding up the bag for this video, I have more hair in that, right? That was pre-haircut, so it is what it is. Best laid plans, as the old saying is, right? Lots of stuff just happened. I got a little sick, had like a stomach issue too. Just wasn't able to film as I wanted to, but the old saying also is better late than never, right? So let's get right to it. So a couple of these jerseys, I know I had mentioned, I think, one or two of these before in my, during my videos on Memorial Day weekend, some weeks ago. So let's get right into them. These were eBay purchases. Finally got around to getting one of these. I wanted one of these. This is one of the ones I misread the room with when it originally came out by Nike some years ago. Didn't realize it would sell that quick, and it did. Is what it is. But I finally grabbed one, the Ja Morant, the throwback, Vancouver Grizzlies jersey. It's a swingman. I don't think they ever made this in authentic, but, glad to finally get one. And I did get this hat at Lids at, we call it PPO, but Philadelphia Premium Outlets, near where my dad lives. Grizzlies hat right there. It's a Mitchell & Ness. But I picked it up because it already had I normally don't get the stitching on the hat. I did once. Actually, twice. I did once just to have my, the MightyFan, put on the side of an Eagles hat. And then when they were doing the Kobe, wings, 8 or 24 for free, after he passed, I got one put on a Laker hat. And I did want to get one on an Eagles hat too, but that didn't happen. But this was already on there, and obviously, it's for Ja Morant. And obviously, combo wombo reasons, goes perfectly with the jersey. So there it is. Finally grabbed one of these darn elusive Vancouver Grizzlies swingman Ja Morant jerseys. The old saying is if you just knew at that time, then what you knew now about a certain thing, you would have grabbed it, right? But better late than never, right? So there's that. And then this this I know I mentioned. This is the Marty Lyons New York Jets. Immaculate condition on this thing. Just beautiful. No, as you can see, this is heavy vinyl pressed numbers, and they're white. So these are easy to get scuffed up or whatnot, and they're not. They're really good condition. I've actually had this on this rack for a few weeks. So it's needing to go up with the other Jet jerseys upstairs, but there it is. There's the patch. I think like I said, I'm one player away from having the set Walker. It's the 80-84 season. Marty Lyons, New York Jets, Jets. There you go, King Leo. 1984. I know now King Leo wants a set of these. I know. He just made that video about being a family man. And he hits me up about the Astro City connector. Yeah. Was that a family decision there, was it? Shout out to King Leo. I'm telling you, I'm not responsible. King Leo, I'm telling you, I know you've kind of grazed with baseball. You've grazed. You start seeing the stuff I'm getting. I'm not responsible for that wallet there, family man, all right? Don't blame me. So the Marty Lyons, part of the New York Sack Exchange, 1984. New York Jets right there. Fire jersey. And Shout out to King Leo. What up, YouTube? Shout out to King Leo again. He's a big guy. I got to be careful. Although he was one of the many Jersey heads to have visited the Mighty Kingdom. So, you know. Awesome meetup that was earlier in the year with him and Throwback King and Nostalgia Boy and Slim and just many made it here, right? It was a great time. And this one, as we go over to next, this is one of the most recent additions. This one actually just came in the mail today from a fellow Jersey head, shout Malcolm. I got this one from him. Now, the Cubs are my second favorite team in the National League behind the Phillies. Of course, the Phillies will always be number one. But I never had a Cubs jersey in this style, believe it or not. I had all the others, you know, more recent, you know, variety. But this one, the blue one, right, the alternate, which they were home and away. And this is an authentic Russell Athletic. Beautiful right there, big Cub, walking Cub logo. It is chain stitched onto the front with the Chicago C. Look at the detail on that. That is just fierce right there. Fierce, great logo. Just the detail on that, really nice. I always wondered why they did the National League logo on the sleeve. Yeah, they're just letting everyone know they're National League, you know? They're the only team that does that. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. It's a tradition for them, I guess. I'm sorry, it's a Majestic, older run, Majestic Athletic, Authentic, I should say. Yeah, Majestic Authentic right there. Very nice, no inside tag, but there's the particulars for the front. For the back, you have the Batterman. You have Wood, double stitched. It's a Kerry Wood jersey, my first ever Kerry Wood jersey, number 34, double stitched. I always liked the Cubs font too. I always just thought it looked really nice no matter what jersey it is. Just kind of that ovally look. So the 34 on the back, it's a button up, of course. There's the Majestic logo on the sleeve. Really nice jersey. Definitely looking forward to giving this some wears. Kerry Wood, I still remember his 20 strikeout game back in the day. Of course, wearing the home pinstripe version of this jersey, but really cool, you know, moment for Kerry Wood and for the Cubbies. All right, so there you go. This next one, so trying to debate which ones to show first. The last video I posted was a vlog from Philly Mills, you know? And as you can see, I was looking for that crazy, you know, whatever they call that, you know, jersey that they've now done a Series 2.0. Their 1.0 from last year, it was the Steve Smith, right? The Big Hawk in the old ABA colorway kind of merged in. And I couldn't find it in a 2X because I need a 2X. All right, Slim, I know. I need a 2X, so I couldn't find the damn thing in the 2X. I went all over the place on Memorial Day weekend looking different places, and you saw me try and fail to find one in the 2X at the mall there, right? Sometimes, though, you just put something in the universe and the universe answers. The very next day, or maybe 2 days later, whatever it was, I think it was the very next day, I just did a random search on Google for it. And one of the places online that you can get sports paraphernalia is called Sports Obsession. I've never ordered from them prior to this. And I know I went on there before, and I didn't see it. Maybe I just missed it. I don't know. But there it was, sitting there in a 2X. So I'm like, oh, thank goodness. And again, this is not normally the kind of jersey that I would get. It's a style jersey. I know it's one of those things that people either love or hate with Mitchell and Ness. It is a swingman jersey. They did not make these in authentics. It would be kind of a cool authentic, though, I will say that. But I'm just happy to get it. It was one of those that I just spun my wheels with for so long. And then when I, was just looking everywhere for it in a 2X, couldn't find it in a 2X, I was glad to get one in a 2X. So here it is, the Steve Smith Big Hawk in that crazy old ABA, you know, Pistol Pete era Hawks colorway right there. That's the thing that jumped out about this one. Like I said, the one they did this year is more like a Miami Heat deal than a Hawks deal, but you know, okay, it is what it is. But this one stood out to me. Of all the crazy concoction ones that they've done over the years, this one's the one that stood out the most to me as one that I wanted to get, you know. But there it is. There you got the big Hawk right into the material. You got the Hawks 8 pressed on. I know they don't do the stitching anymore with these swingman jerseys, but it is what it is. Gold, even with the gold logo. And there you see. 2X, finally, right? Finally. Someone's like, you're going to need 3Xs pretty soon. All right, I got a 3X right here, all right? So anyhow, there's the jock tag right there. It's just, you know, it just spoke, this jersey just spoke to me. I love the old ABA colorways. I actually have a Braves hat that goes with this. One of the reasons, right? I don't have a Hawks hat that goes with this, but I got a Braves one. Actually, I might have a Hawks hat that goes with it. Pretty good, come to think of it. But because I have them for my Pistol Pete jerseys. And I know they made hats for these when they did this run last year and I think again this year. But just that blue and the green, just the... I know. For some people, it's like, what the heck are you... But I wanted it. For whatever reason, I wanted it. I was glad to finally get one. So thank you to Sports Obsession. They got my... They ended my obsession for it. So and it came in this bag. It came in the mail the other day. And there's the little branding there for Sports Obsession. So there you go. Thank you to Sports Obsession. And this is what I picked up that day at the at Philly Mills when I couldn't find the Hawks jersey. I did get this one, which is kind of more of, you know, just a wear around style type of deal. Minnesota Timberwolves, the old, you know, logo from the 90s right there, big and fierce on the front. I know they made shorts for these, which I do want the shorts, but, you know, it's one of those that I kind of waited too long on and can't find them. So there it is on the back, pretty much, right? You got the logo, the jock tag right there as well. Again, this is just kind of a, you know, pal around, whatever. It's not really, you know, a player jersey or anything else, but it's basically just the team logo jersey, so it's still pretty cool. And I do like that look from back in those days. All right, let's go into these. So this was another eBay pickup it was on my watch list for quite a while, and I'm glad that it stayed on my watch list until I could finally make a move on it. So I do have the home version. It took me a while to get the road, but I got the Road Hank, 1974 jersey right here. Jock tag, older run. This is USA run jersey, older jersey right there. Pullover, the Road, which he tied Babe in, and of course then he got the record at the time wearing the home jersey, which I have, the 715 home run jersey, right? The home jersey, I should say, in this style with the Indian feather on the sleeves. I love this. I've always liked these Braves jerseys. It's super cool when the Braves wear these again, you know, just as a throwback and whatnot. And you gotta have Hank, you know. This is a nice combo wombo that I was happy to finally get, you know, the home and road of. You know, you don't see the road as much like you normally would see the home, but the road one is really nice too. Just for whatever reason, mystery of life, never got one until recently. And like I said, this sucker has been sitting, was sitting on my watch list for way too long. Until I finally pulled the trigger on it. That's going to be double stitching for the Braves. You do have to be careful. There's a lot of fakes of this out there. This is legit, I know. I got it from a legit seller. I did get a fake one years ago, so, you know, you do have to be careful. But this is 100% legit, really good, very good condition as well. And you gotta love the Indian feathers on the sleeves. So there it is, Atlanta Braves, Hank, 1974, the road jersey. Yes, I know, even down here I'm sweating a little bit. And then we're going to go with another red, white, and blue jersey. You know, the 4th of July is just around the corner, right? So why not, you know, pile up red, white, and blue jerseys as I try to fix Hank over here. All right, so this was from the Memorial Day weekend deal online that Mitchell & Ness did, 30% off. So I got the throwback, Chris Webber, the throwback, Washington Bullets jersey from the Wes Unseld days. That's what the style they were looking for at that time. It is from the NBA 50th anniversary season, 96-97. There's the jock tag and all the particulars. This is the authentic one. I know they did the swingman of this. They also did Rod Strickland and Ben Wallace for the Bullets in this style. But, nice to have the authentic. It does have the Memorial band on there as well. I forget what that was for, but it has it on there on one side. Weber 4 on the back. Weber single stitched. The 4 is double stitched. Really nice. The cut of this one's pretty nice too, but it is one of those jerseys you have to be careful with. With this cut, you definitely want to make sure to get your size. It's a little different than some of the other jerseys that they made from this era, just cut-wise, for whatever reason. But Bullets 4 on the front, and of course you have the ball right there. Of course, this is also famed. Jordan wore the home version of this, when he was there, when they did the throwback Bullets days jersey. So, you can see that Nike jersey out there from time to time. Mitchell & Ness hasn't made that one to this point. Maybe they will. Who knows? We'll see. I have a swingman of that one. So this jersey, very iconic in many different ways. Of course, the Wes Unselds back in the day were just such iconic jerseys for Mitchell & Ness. A lot of, the big celebrities had that one. I have both of them too. I'm not a big celebrity, but you know what I mean. A lot of us jersey heads have those. Old gold, as J-Dub would say. Shout out to J-Dub. In the collection, and of course the home Michael Jordan, Nike jerseys from back in the day, and then of course the more recent ones that Mitchell & Ness did and Chris Webber, and then the swings for Webber, Strickland, and Wallace. You just can't go wrong with that jersey. It's just so nice, and I know the Wizards kind of did their kind of homage to it this year for the City Edition, which was pretty cool too. Last but not least, right? Making sure. Last but not least with the jerseys. Is what I picked up during the store's 30% off deal that they did. Actually, I have two more. But let me share this one first. Shout out to the flagship, as always, and the 30% off. Took part of. I did not think I was going to walk out of there with a jersey, but then I saw this one, and I'm like, yeah, I have to have this. I've been looking for this. It is the legacy line for the NFL, but they did not make this an authentic. 1980 Bill Bergey, another jersey I've been looking for. One of the ones I kind of wish I got sooner, but it is what it is. Bill Bergey, of course, great linebacker back in the day for the Eagles. My beloved Eagles, right? You have the 66. I believe these are single stitched on, which is what the swingman jerseys used to be. Before they just did pressing. But for the legacy line, everything is generically single stitched onto the material. So you got the 66s on the front. You have them on the sleeves, or the shoulders rather, on as well. The white trim going around the neck. Bergey, single stitched onto the nameplate onto the back. And the 66 again, single stitched onto the back of the jersey. We're going to hit you with the jock tag. There it is. It is a jersey I would have loved to have seen them do in authentic form, just because the Eagles at that time, I mean, just their jerseys with the pressed on the shoulders and just the way the stitching was on the front. I have all the other ones that they've done from that era besides this one until recently. So I was glad to add this to the collection. And then you got the stripes going around on the sleeves. So Bill Bergey, in fact, I believe if I remember correct, Bill Bergey actually came to my old middle school back in the day and did like a talk, for assembly back then. And so he had since been retired, obviously, but, just one of those things. I think it was, can't remember what time of year it was. I don't think it was football season, but I think it was like towards the end of the school year. They just did something, with the Eagles at that time. But there you go. Great old number 66. Bill Bergey. Into the fold. giving that wears during football season, which is coming up. I actually got the tickets to the Eagles Open practice. They're only doing one of those this year, but Slim and I, you know. Last but certainly not least, for the jerseys, 20 minutes of jerseys, my goodness. This is a this is one recently picked up by a fellow Jersey head, one of the guys who did the meetup with us some months ago at the Mitchell & Ness store, IS, so shout out to IS. This one was one he actually listed on eBay. I made an offer for it. I didn't realize it was him. I was listing on eBay, and he hit me up on Messenger, and we worked out a deal for it. We were going to meet up at the store, actually, but, you know, something came up, and he just put it in the mail. So thanks again to you, IS, for this. Do I have another hanger? That's the question. Did I bring another hanger down? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Okay, so we're going to go hangerless for this one. How many jerseys do you need? ran out. I thought I had enough hangers. I really did. Unless I put it somewhere and I'm just not... Oh, yeah, I did. It's over here. Bit of a long day at work today, so I'm not exactly in the right frame of mind. And, you know, the mind tends to go in different directions, as we know. But this is yet another jersey that I've been hoping to get for a while. Didn't move on it originally, and it became one of those that got kind of scarce, kind of tough to get, is what it is. I know they just dropped the white version, which I have the OG version of, so I don't need to get the new one. This is the 1974 Mr. October, when he was with the Oakland Athletics, so shout out the Bay Area, you know, and all the A's fans out there. Reggie Jackson, the 1974 Road Oakland Athletics jersey. Pennsylvania's own Reggie Jackson, right? Reggie Bar. Right, there it is. A's on the front. Big and bold, double stitched. You got the beautiful stripes on the sleeves, on the basically coming up from the cuff up, right there. Those again, this is one of those eras that's my wheelhouse. The 1970s, the current day. I love these jerseys, particularly the pullover jerseys from that era. Just beautiful. Big bold Jackson on the back. No nameplate, just single stitch and double stitching for that 9 on the back as well. We're going to hit you with the jock tags. You got, of course, the Cooperstown collection. Then you have the Reggie, 1974 Reggie Jackson right there. So there you go. Quite a few other Reggie jerseys out there I don't own. I think I only have this one, the white Oakland A's version, and his Baltimore Orioles. I have yet to get his Yankees, and there's some other A's ones out there that are really nice, like the vest jersey, the wool flannel, you know, from back in the day and such. They made a lot of really good Reggie Jackson jerseys over the years, but I think the one, if I were just to get one more, would be the Yankee one. You know, the home white one, basically the 3 home run in the World Series one. That would be the only other Reggie Bar jersey that I would like to get. Mr. October. That's where, you know, obviously he was a terrific player in the postseason, and in the Bronx Zoo teams, he was the straw that stirred the drink. So, yeah, I would like to get a Yankees Reggie. That's another one that's been on my. I know Slim slacker. I know he's telling me that. I know, but Slim, I can't get everything all the time. You know, I just gotta wait my turn sometimes. You know. All right, let's sit down. We have some hats to show, too, because why not? Jersey hat combo wombo. Get out of those lights, so hopefully I don't sweat as much. Although it is better down here filming than it is up in the second floor during this time of year, for sure, for sure. Oh, goodness. All right. Might be time to start thinking about getting a new tripod, too, but I've had this for a few years now. It still works pretty good, but you know, you can tell it's been around for a while. Let's see if I can move these things around, kind of get comfortable. Just excuse me here while I do that. We are live after all, right? I do hope everything's going well for everyone out there. I know we're getting closer and closer to another holiday weekend. It's hard to believe it's already halfway through, just about halfway through 2022. Where does the time go? All right. I think that's as good as it's going to be. We'll see. We'll see. All right, just gotta move these over here. I'll move those back there. Whew. All right, so I showed you the Vancouver Grizzlies that go with the John Morant. That was a hat pickup from a bit back. Then I have these. This one was picked up on Memorial Day weekend. You know, when these damn fuzzies, and this one got right in, okay. This was a Pro Image pickup. This was actually part of their set they did some weeks ago. And I am blanking on the name. It tends to happen. The Teen Titans, that's what it was. The Teen Titans set. I've never been a huge Teen Titans guy. I remember the cartoon series years ago. But, they decided to do a Teen Titans hook, and I just liked it for the hat, But I think it's supposed to be from Raven from Teen Titans. But this is the Montreal Expos black hat, and I love just that gold trim around the logo. And it's got the purple, so I do believe it's for Raven. I remember Raven had purple, and black basically was the primary for her. But there's the logo on the front, and then you got the Olympic Stadium patch on the side. Very nice. I always like that patch. I have a few Expos hats with that on there, and then the purple under for the UV. Just tonal black all the way around everywhere else. I thought they did a nice job, and then you got the basically going around on the Batterman. I think they hit this one pretty good. Let's see. So that was the Expos, and this one I actually got back when I visited Slim in Maryland, and I was just real surprised that they still had this, and it's one of the ones that I wanted from the set when it came out. Because like I said, one of the things I'm liking to do is try to find different teams for the same city and match them up. It's not always as easy as you think to do, because the colors don't always work, but we are living in an age where they're putting out so many different hat concoctions with colorways, right? So you might have more of an opportunity to do it today than, say, some years ago. So one of the drops that Lids did some time ago now was the Crown Royal collection. And of that drop, I have a few hats from it. This is one of the ones I wanted, but just couldn't find it. I looked around for it and just couldn't find it. And I was surprised it was still there. I was pleasantly surprised it was still there at the Columbia Mall. Shout out again to Slim. I went there and I found it. I wasn't really looking for it there, but it just happened to be there. I'm like, oh. So we got the Orioles, which is also not supposed to be, because all the hats in this collection were same colorway for Crown Royal, of course, but it's a Ravens hook, so I got this for, I know Slim hates the Ravens, but I got this to put with some Ravens jerseys, right? So you got the Orioles logo, you got that 50th for the World Series title 1970 on the side, the Batterman, of course, the purple under, the white gut on the inside, tonal squatchy right there. Eyelids are black, of course, and it is a perfect Ravens hook. I know there was a company that did a Orioles Ravens hook prior to this, and that hat's kind of tough to get, but that was also the standing bird logo on the front. So, like I said, got a chance at it. I didn't pass it up. From Maryland, and I did tell Slim I wanted to go get an Orioles hat from Maryland. It was kind of important to me because as Throwback King would tell you, I have a lot of Oriole jerseys. So I have a lot of love for the Orioles in the collection. And I do have a hat or two of the Orioles already, but I wanted to get one right from the source, right from Maryland. So I was glad to find that there. It was one of those pleasant surprises, right? These next bundle of hats here were from the 30% off deal in store at the Mitchell & Ness store at the flagship on Memorial Day weekend. And so let's get through these as well. This first one, originally when they put out this set, they didn't have the Eagles one. You would think they would have. It's the home team, but it is what it is. They since got it in stock. So here's the shark tooth with the older, full eagle right there. And that's actually an older look. I think that's like from the, 50s, 60s. That's not exactly the one from the 80s and whatnot, but it still works right there. Shark tooth design. Mitchell and Ness on the back. Tonal brim. Green squatchy. Like that. It really works. The logo works with the shark tooth for sure, so I was glad to get that. This hat took me back. The shark tooth too, because I had the original shark tooth. I don't think I had an Eagles one back in the day, but I know I had a Hornets one, and there may have been two other teams that I had back then. The Bulls too. I think I had a Bulls one. This one kind of took me back. This was like they did a little different variation of it, but I think this was the blockhead hat from back in the 90s, which I had a few of back then. I never got the Hornets one. And when I had a chance at the Mitchell and Ness version of it, I jumped at it. So this is the Hornets. So this one kind of takes you back, like I said, to the blockhead hats of the 90s, right? The blockhead hats had the big logo on the front, had the side logo, and had a scripted name big and bold on the back. And that's basically what this is. It does have a green under for the brim. It is the Hornets, so it's got that H on the front there with Hugo on right there. It's also got the C, so it's got the CH for Charlotte Hornets, if you can kind of make that out on there. I remember when those hats were out back in the day, and I forget who made them, if it was Sports Specialties or whoever did those, Nutmeg Mills, whoever did those back in the day, Logo, Athletic, whoever it was, but they did that. They did the different, for the teams, and then you would have the logo on the side. Now, the difference with Mitchell and Ness is they made a different kind of color going there, whereas the originals were just the solid color going around. But there you see the regular logo on the side, and in the back it's got the team name. And that's how the blockhead hats were back then. The only difference with Mitchell and Ness is they added a bit of a side panel on one side. I kind of wish they did it on both and do a pinwheel, kind of do a combination of a blockhead with a pinwheel, but it is what it is. And then you got Mitchell and Ness on the side right there. They put their name on the side. I like that they did these, and some of these are really nice. There's a couple others out there that I think are really well done, and so I was glad to get this. And like others have made mention of with Mitchell and Ness, the one thing about them, they do have more of that kind of boxy, shorter brim. I don't know why. It is what it is. What can you do? They also do it with the fitteds. It is what it is, But I got a couple fitteds. I don't know what they called this. It's just a two-tone with the gray under. They did these for quite a few of the teams in the NBA with the different patches on the side, different anniversaries or what have you. The Hornets one just really, I know how many Hornets hats do you need, right? But the Hornets, they just always hit every hat. Just the big bold, the two-tone, the big logo on the front, and that big side patch for the fifth Annie. This spoke to me so much. Hardwood Classics, I kind of wish they did something else on the back, but it is what it is. Mitchell and Ness on the side, purple squatchy. Again, gray under with the black gut. Just beautiful. Well done hat right there. There was a few others. The Knicks one was really nice too. I almost got the Knicks. I almost did. There was a couple others there that I was going to get, and then they had the Bergey in my sight. So I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll put these hats back. I'll get the Bergey instead. But I also got the Grizzlies in this same collection. Again, the two-tone, the teal with the black brim. In this case, you got a red under. Black squatchy, tonal eyelids, the Mitchell and Ness on the one side. This one, it does have their, I want to say the inaugural season right there. So they've done a few of these different hats. They did the white domes with this. Now they've done more of like the different colored domes, which are better, in my opinion, for me as someone who sweats a bit. So the white domes are usually troublesome to wear. I do have a couple, but I would prefer just a colored dome. But, so I'm glad they kind of brought that set back with the colored version. And then they brought the paintbrush back, which is another style from the 90s that came out. This one I got for the Hawks, of course, as a setup, because I would like to at some point get the Mutombo. a big hawk that they have. I also have a Mookie Blaylock from Rivalry from back in the day. So this will go with that as well. There you got the Mitchell and Ness on the back. You got the green under with the black gut for the inside. It is a snapback, but then again, the paintbrush back in the day was a snapback, so it works. I know they made some fitteds back in the day. I know the NFL did them. Put these back. So these are this is the clip, if you will, that I got from the Mitchell and Ness flagship during their 30% off Memorial Day weekend deal. And then these guys I grabbed just recently, this past weekend from Lids, because I did not get them last year, and they sold real quick. Another one of those I just kind of misread the room on. They're called the Blinkies, and they brought them back. And I was glad to have a second chance at them. So we got the Phillies right there. Independence Hall logo, which I love, of course, on the front, big and bold. You got that, look at that dazzle tool right there. I mean, that just sparkles. It's just really nice. So you got the Phillies right there. You got the pink under for all of them. They're all basically done the same way. You have the front panel in white, and then you have black everywhere else. The front, top of the brim is black, and then the under, the UV will be pink. You got the white gut on the inside. And then the side patch right there, which is, again, you see the dazzle twill. Woo! You got the Veterans Stadium final season patch on the side patch right there, Batterman. Like I said, these moved pretty quick last year. And then this next one, so I got the Phillies and I got the Expos. Because how many Phillies and Expos hats do you need? But I got the Expos as well. I really liked it. I did not get it originally when I saw it, and I ran back for it because I'm like, you know what? If I miss it, it's gonna disappoint me not to have gotten it. As you saw, I showed it in the vlog. You know, when I was at the Philly Mills Mall, but I did not pick him up that day. So I went back this past weekend to grab it, and the Expos was running out pretty good. So I'm glad to have gotten that one. There's some others that have come out that I would like to get. I know they brought back in a different colorway to Roy G. Bivs. They did them last year in blue. This year they're purple. And there's a few out there that I would like to get. I don't know when, but a few out there I would like to get. The Oceanside Peach, you know, they're hit or miss. I think the Phillies one looks pretty good, so I'm going to try maybe to get that one. And for the Roy G. Biv 2.0s, I like the Pirates. I saw the Pirates. I saw the Cubs, the Phillies. The Phillies, though, is pretty similar to the Bunny Hop that I got from Lids HD over, Easter time. So that one I'm kind of on the fence with, but the Pirates I would like to get. That logo just looks so good. It's just the angry pirate, with the bandana and the baseball bats, a crossbone basically. And then the Cubs was just that old Cub logo. They call it the pregnant Cub because it's got the Cubs and you got the Cub with the C on the belly basically. That one I would like to get has the 90 All-Star patch on the side. So that one, that patch is just it's undefeated. So I would like to get that one. I don't know when. I actually have one other hat coming in the mail. I got it recently because they only had one size 7.5 left. It's the Erie Seawolves. I didn't have a Seawolves hat to date. And Wolves are, part of the reason why I got that Wolves tank top, right, or jersey. Always like Wolves. Foxes, Wolves, Whales. So, yeah, the Seawolves is one of those teams I just never had a hat for. So I got that one coming in the mail from Lids, and it's the winter edition. So it's the logo with like a beanie or knit hat, if you will, or toque, as our friends in Canada might say. Shout out to all of you in Canada. You stay classy, Canada. Okay. That one they only had one left in the 7.5. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna grab it. But there's others, for the Seawolf, the Erie Seawolves out there that I would like to get. So probably between now and the end of the year, I'll probably add, more to that collection. My goodness. Yeah, that's it. That was quite a haul, wasn't it? That was There was stuff that predated Memorial Day weekend. There was Memorial Day weekend pickups. There's been some stuff after Memorial Day weekend picked up, hats, jerseys. Yeah, it all started coming in, and I'm like, yeah, I better just do a video and show the grand haul of goodness. Um, quite a few things, more actually than I remember that I picked up. But shouts to the Kings that I got stuff from. Malcolm and Iaz. For the Cubs and the A's jerseys. A Big Slim, of course, take me down to the mall in Columbia, which we'll be going to again. He already knows. I'll be venturing my way back to Maryland, not long from now for his birthday. We made the plans today, so I'll be taking another trip. I said, Slim, I'm going to need that Blinky's Orioles hat, so we need to get back over to the mall in Columbia. Because that's why I didn't get last year, and it still is on my list, so we'll see. How many Oriole hats do you need? There's more. So I look forward, obviously going and spending some time with Slim. I know this coming Friday I'll be with my buddy Mark M. Might try to do some video at the ballpark, Phillies game, the Bryce Harper MVP bobble. We're gonna. Some of us already have the bobblehead, yeah. We're going to be going down to that game. Should be a good time. And like I said, be back over at Slim's in the Slimdom there, in Maryland, in some weeks. And before we know it, it's going to be 4th of July weekend. Father's Day weekend's coming up. I picked up my dad a nice gift. I'll be going to see him in a few weeks on Father's Day. And yeah, I mean, the life continues, right? Things going well for my mom, I'm happy to say. She's doing well. Still adjusting to assisted living, but doing well. There's plenty of stuff out there I would like to be able to move on. I don't know when. The City Connect jerseys keep coming out. I know the Angels just did their surfer theme one, which is pretty cool. The Trout one already sold out. So, but I kind of wanted Ohtani anyhow, so if I do get it, it will be Ohtani, not the Authentics. The Authentics, I know someone just posted today on Instagram and also in our group on Kings on Facebook, like a blank, no name and number, City Connect Astros jersey, right? This is the jersey they showed. Blank one was over $400 from Fanatics or wherever it was, right? After shipping and taxes and everything, the thing came to a blank jersey over $400. It's just it's ridiculous. Like I said, I hate those authentic prices for Nike baseball. And the thing I know, I'll say it again. To me, the price point for the NBA is really good. And again, I don't shop in the authentic aisle a lot for the NBA, But even when I see the prices there, I think they're reasonable, for what the jersey is. It's basically a tank top, It's what NBA jerseys are, and I think they're reasonably priced. Even the NFL, and again, I don't go in the authentic a lot, but I think they're reasonably priced. And I know they go up every year, but I still think it's a reasonable price for what it is. I think Adidas does a nice job with their hockey line. I mean, I understand there's still some complaints or whatever, but I think for what it is, for what you're getting, it's a reasonable price. I mean, they're not, raking you over the coals for it, at least what I've seen, price-wise, price point, in, retail, before any sales or any type of thing, right? But the MLB, I cannot understand why these jerseys are over $400 in some cases. Every single City Connect Authentic is about $475, and that's with the name and number. Blank, even as we saw, over $400, a blank one, no name and number on the back. And if you want to have that customized elsewhere, that's another charge, right? That's another price for shipping, and then to have it done and to the player of choice. It's ridiculous. It really is. And as much as I love authentic MLB, and I just got a really nice one recently from Malcolm, Mitchell and Ness as well, but I'm talking, any other company, Majestic, Russell, Rawlings, any of those companies that did them over the years, Nike. The price point for Nike for Authentics is just it's outlandish, and I won't pay that for these City Connects. I want to get them. I'm just going to have to get the replica ones. I guess at some point maybe you might be able to find them here or there for some, reliever or some manager, whoever, if you get like a deal at like an Authentic or something, or auction or what have you. But it's like, what, I just want them. In that case, it can be the replicas. I would much rather the Authentics for baseball. But those prices, I can't, even with the paying for, I can't really justify paying them for those jerseys. Now, the Phillies is going to be kind of interesting if they come out with them next season. But even then, it's like I know I can go to the Authentic stand and maybe grab one. Maybe it's not a memorable player. It might be just some scrub reliever or whatever, or whoever they have there, but in my size, because then you're at the mercy of getting it in your size, because it's made to fit those players. But it's not going to matter to me, Now I will get probably just a replica one for Harper or something like that. But if I want an Authentic, I'll just wait to get one in the at the Authentic stand at the Phillies game, even if it's after the season or the next year when they're more available. It's not going to matter to me. It's just having one, owning one in an Authentic team issue, whatever whatever you may whatever may be at that time. It's not going to matter. The player's not going to matter to me at that point. It's just getting one, And it's a shame that you can get those jerseys in Authentic team issue or game worn cheaper than retail Fanatics. It's just it boggles the mind. It really does. But that it is what it is. I just oh, excuse me, getting a little hungry. You didn't want to hear my stomach going this weekend, and that wasn't fun. That was no, that wasn't fun. But yeah, it does boggle the mind. Those price points of what they're doing. It's a shame because people like me love the Authentics, but they've outpriced me. It's hard. I can't. I can't justify it. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, to get a replica in them, I'll be okay with that. I've found a bunch of them around. Haven't really pulled the trigger on anything other than the Space City one for the Astros. But I just got a message from Big Slim. I think he was expecting something here. But it's tough, man. As much as I would love to get the Authentic in them, I can't. It's just not justifiable to me. Even with the paying for, where I can spread it out, paying for the thing, it's still just no. I can't see doing that. Other than that, there's other stuff out there. As far as the rest of the summer. I would like to make an order at some point from Cool Hockey. I know right now they're doing like 25% off of teams that did not make that are out right now, been eliminated, either didn't make the playoffs or were eliminated from playoff contention. Right now we have Colorado in the finals versus to be decided right between the Rangers and the Lightning. So at some point I would like to get a jersey, done up by them. I'm thinking still Seattle Kraken might be the first with the inaugural patch on there. I would love to get an Avalanche and McKinnon with that, because they do have the availability from last season. The Avs had their 25th anniversary, which is a beautiful patch on there. And I would like to get one while they're still available. I know right now they're in the finals and they're one of the hot teams. But I've always liked the Avalanche. The Avalanche have been my favorite Western Conference team for quite a while, going back to the Forsberg and Sakic days. My first non-Flyers jersey was a Joe Sakic starter replica Avalanche jersey. So go Avs in the finals, absolutely. I would like to get a finals Avalanche jersey too at some point. I don't know when, who knows. But it is one of the ones I'd like to get, and I know Cool Hockey is going to have the finals patches on there, so maybe that's an option down the road too. The good thing about Cool Hockey is, whereas some of this stuff might sell out, on Fanatics or whatever, Cool Hockey, there'll still be available, and those patches, the different patches are pretty much still available for quite a while. So it might not be right away, but I might try to get, if not McKinnon, maybe another player, because I would like to get a Nathan McKinnon with the 25th on there. So for variety reasons, I might try to get another player, with the finals patch on there. Maybe McCarr or one of those guys. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So there's that. Like I said, in July, I'm still planning on it. Still planning on it. Making my first order with True Custom. We'll go in that route and see how that process is. I've heard nothing but good things. So I hope to put in my first order with True Custom next month. I don't know when next month, but at some point next month. I do hope to get some more of those City Connect jerseys. There's also some other custom MLB jerseys out there I would like to get a hold of as the summer goes on, including some for my Phillies, right? You can never have enough Phillies jerseys. Throwback King, I know. You can. I do want to do sometime video just showing various jerseys in the Phillies collection. Obviously baseball is just, I've always said baseball to me is what I enjoy collecting the most of all of the, as my stomach grumbles again, of all of the sports out there. And I love collecting them all, as we know. God, Lord knows I have enough racks of them, right? But baseball's always been the one that just takes the top for me. And so I have quite a few. Yeah, of everything, but the Phillies is just, it's, that's the team in my heart. That's, that's where they'll always be the most, So I would like to do something someday, a little collage or some sort of vid with all different Phillies jerseys and the hats for combo wombo reasons, or hats that don't go with jerseys or whatever. Just kind of show the Phillies collection off a little bit, because it is one of the aspects in my baseball collection that I'm pretty proud of. But there's still some other jerseys I would like to get first. So I can show them too. They're on my hit list, so we'll see. And obviously next season, with hopefully the Phillies are in with the City Connect. So there'll be another one, to get. Oh my. There's always something else. Always, right? But yeah, so that's still the goal for the rest of the summer. That's still, what I would like to do, what I would like to be able to do, and I'll bring it to you here in this series. You can be sure of that. All right, so I've rambled on here for a bit. We've gone about 52 plus minutes, about 52 and a half now. Lots of stuff to show. Lots of stuff. I forgot how much it was until I was bringing stuff down here. I'm like, oh, man, and there was this too, and this too. It did build up a bit, didn't it? But, yeah, quite the haul, quite the pickup-palooza here. But like I always see, you're seeing the end game, right? You're seeing the stuff I was able to get. And I was able to get that Smith Hawks crazy ABA color combo deal after all, but there were times I couldn't. And, yeah, I thought, well, maybe, who knows, when I'm going to have. And it just worked out that it was the next day. It just worked out that way. Doesn't always, and most of the time it doesn't. But this time it did, is what it is, right? Most of the time it won't, right? And you just have to kind of deal with that, right? On to the next thing, but you never stop looking. You never stop, keeping your eyes peeled for what's out there. Excuse me, but always something, right? I know Throwback King did the Fab 5 challenge, and I would like to get in on that. So hopefully soon I will put my video out there for it. I thought that was a pretty cool challenge that he issued. So I will be getting on that at some point. I just have to kind of figure what I want to do. I know some of them right off the bat, but others like, I got to think about this a little bit. But shout out to him for that. Shout out to King Leo. I know King Leo just did a video not long ago about the perils that come with collecting. And when you're, now I'm not a family man like he is. He has a family. I don't. I don't have a significant other and kids and whatnot. So I don't live that life. But I absolutely understand where he's coming from. for me, and I guess I'll get more into it in another video, down the road. But for me, it's tough because the passion's just there for a lot. There's not really a focus that I can narrow down. Okay, let me just look for this. It's hard because I'm looking for so many different things. It's older stuff, Mitchell and Ness, right? Then it's the newer stuff, it's the current stuff. Now you have the custom game blowing up, so you have other outlets to go there with your rivalries and your true customs, and all these different places where you can have dreams come true, basically, right? It's so difficult, and it's one of those things where you do try to ground yourself, because I might not have a family to take care of, but I got a house to take care of, I got a vehicle to take care of, different bills, right, coming and going. So you do have to kind of walk that tightrope, and it's very difficult to do. But I've been doing this for so many years, and it's not to say I still don't make mistakes, because it's easy to do, but it's a hard balancing act to have, and if you can master it, you're well, excuse me, ahead of the game. It's a difficult thing, and it really could put you in a bad spot if you're not careful. You just have to keep hunting around for those deals. And I know he said he doesn't have a list. I have a list. I have an Excel spreadsheet. Do I stick to it? No. There's too much stuff that comes out that I can't. But there's stuff that I try to put at the top of the list that, like, okay, this is what I want to make sure happens. And I've done that, with some of the stuff. It's been helpful. It has. But I don't use it as much as I should. And I probably should just get back to using it more. But it's hard. As we know, every year there's City Connect. There's the City Edition night, for basketball. There's Retro Reverse for hockey, which is coming back this year. There's just so much that they hit you with. It's like slapping the boom, 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 boom. Here's this, here's that. And it's tough. It's tough to try to focus, but I try as best I can. I really do. But anyhow, I don't want to go on too much more about that. I'll touch on that subject again when I'm not, showing stuff, and I can just kind of sit down. Maybe it will even be a road vlog sometime, But shout out to King Leo for the video. Shout out to all the Jersey heads out there, to all my subscribers, right? And what do you always got to do? You got to leave the like button. Make sure you show that support to the channel. And you want to also make sure you subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit the bell icon so you're notified of all the latest and greatest from yours truly. You never know what you're going to find in this channel, so be on the lookout. I'll be back again soon. Thank you all again, and until the next one, this is MightyFan signing off for now. You all take care.